What is needed to launch a business? How do I organize ideas on paper into a clear, concise plan? What is missing when it comes to starting my business? How do I price my services? What services should I even offer? How much will it cost to start a business? How much will it cost to maintain the business? These questions all come up when starting a new business. You're not alone. Everyone asks these questions and many, many more. In this episode, I'm going to go over exactly how you can know the answer to all these questions.
Hello, and welcome to Starting a Business Simplified, Navigating the Shift, a podcast for those of you looking to transition from a medical career to starting an online business. I will be sharing how to get started, success stories, and more. If you are looking to make the move from medicine to online, but don't know where to start, or have a business but are looking for business tips and encouragement on your journey, this is the podcast for you. I'm Suzy Rains, your host, and I look forward to helping you simplify starting a business.
All right, so let's dive into it. So, we all have these questions, many, many questions that come up when starting a new business, and we just really don't know where to start. I hear that over and over and over again with the clients that I work with. And even when I network and have my accountability group, other entrepreneurs that I work with, myself included, all of these questions are questions that need to be asked, but they also need to be researched and answered. So what I'm going to talk about today is way there's ways that you can answer these questions in a simplified way without making it a huge project. The best way to answer these questions is to draft a business plan. And again, and you guys have heard me say this in other episodes, and this is what I do. I'm a business plan coach. You don't need to have a huge document that takes weeks and weeks and months and years and days and however long you feel it's going to take you to do this. You can sit down and do this in a very, very short period of time. So let's look at the questions individually, and I will give you some pointers on what you can do now to go ahead and get started. So, what is needed to launch a business? That's a pretty big question, and that has a lot of details that go with it. So, to start off with, you're going to simplify it to what is your business concept? So, what is it exactly that what's the problem that you solve for people? That's your business concept. And you're going to sit down and think about how you want your business to run. So, you're going to think of the end before the beginning. So, if you take a minute and get out a piece of paper or write it on your computer or your tablet or your phone, whatever's comfortable for you, where you can let your mind wander. And I want you to daydream about what your business looks like in the future, successful. And you're going to write out what that specifically looks like in detail. So, what does it look like when you get up in the morning, and when do you work? What are some of the things that you're doing? What are you what are you doing for marketing? Just in general, what do you like to do? Do you like to socialize? Do you like to network? Do you like to go speak? Do you like to be on social media? All these things that in a perfect world, your business would look like X. And you're going to write that down. And that's going to give you a clear idea of the things are going to be required to launch your business, because you need all the components to that end result that you're thinking about. So the next question is how to organize ideas on paper into a clear, concise plan. Well, I have the answer to that. I have a simple steps business plan workbook that you can fill out each of these sections on paper. You can do it on your computer. It's a downloadable, fill it in, or you can print it out, fill it in with a pen. I know I like to write things out when I'm brainstorming. Um, and it's a downloadable PDF. And so that gives you a tool that walks you through each of the answers to these questions. So that's the answer to that question. So, what's missing when it comes to starting a business? That question is going to be answered as you are filling out the sections of your business plan. So when you start filling it out, if you get to operations, and operations is everything that needs to happen in order for your business to run, all the way from accounting to servicing your client and everything in between. So when you're filling out your business plan, you're going to see where there's question marks or there's holes. So you're going to start filling it out, and then you might get to a point where you stop and you have a roadblock and you're like, well, I don't know how to do that. Or I can't do that by myself. Or this is where it goes blank. Those are the areas that you're actually going to ask for help. And you're going to find mentors, you're going to find networking groups, you're going to possibly hire other entrepreneurs, you're going to ask questions, you're going to get the support that you need. And I'm happy to give you support and direction of things that I've done. If you want to connect with me, I'm happy to do that. You can always reach out to me. My website, suzyrains.com. There's a connect button. You just click on that and send me a message and we can chat. Um, but there are ways that you can do that on your own. So it's just finding support around starting a new business. This podcast is one thing that's good for support. You can go through and listen to the episodes. I'm going to have guests coming on. So as you listen to the podcast episodes, there'll be guests that come on with specific services that they provide other entrepreneurs. So you'll be able to listen and pick out the ones that, oh, I need help with marketing. Oh, I need help with social media. And you can listen to the episode and get some information. And then you'll be able to connect with those people that I have on as guests if that's something that you want to do. So when you find out what's missing, you can start filling in the gaps. So let's move on to how to price services. So, and what services should I offer? Because those two go together. When you filled out your business concept in the beginning, and this is at the very beginning of the workbook. So as you go through the workbook, you're going to do the beginning, fill out exactly what you want your business to be, and then all of these things will come behind that. So what you'll do is, for example, my business is I help women entrepreneurs fill out a business plan and I coach them through that. So my services that I offer are one-on-one coaching, and we go through every step of the business plan together so that my clients have exactly what they need to be able to do this and have a completed business plan at the end. So think about what is one service that you want to offer that you love, that you know other people want, and then you're going to research other people that do that. And you're going to ask them how much they charge. And you're going to get an idea of the range. And I have a whole teaching on this. Um, on my website, there's classes. And if you click on the classes, you'll see I've recorded online classes, and pricing is one of them. I have a pricing tool that you can download. But really, it's just figuring out how much time it's taking. And this is in the workbook as well. It's going to walk you through pricing your services. So you're going to be able to fill in, okay, I spend 2 hours per client to do whatever service it is that you offer. This is how much it costs. So um, you'll be able to figure that out. And then you can compare your prices to what's going on in the market. So the next question, how much will it cost to start a business? That plays into when you fill out your operations and you fill out your marketing and you fill out all of these other sections, you're going to get an idea of how much money you need if you need to hire people to help, if you need certain software, if you need computer, if you need certain apps on your computer, if you need different tools to be able to service your clients, depending on what your business is. And service-based businesses aren't always just online. So you've got service-based businesses that are people come to you or you go to them. And so there's all kinds of costs involved with that. So in the workbook, it's going to walk you through to listing out all those costs. You can do this where you just list out everything you can think of that you're going to have to spend money on to get your business up and running. I am going to give you a caveat to this. Only spend money at the beginning for things that you need to service your clients. Let's say it again. Only spend money on the things that you need to service your clients when you start, because all of the fun, frilly time saving, whatever stuff that you want to think of can come later. Your main goal in the beginning is to have the service that you need for your clients, have the tools that you need in order to provide that service so that you can collect your revenue. So you want to get your clients in the door, do a good job. Yes, spend money that you need in order to get that service at a high quality so that they will refer you and you're doing a good job. So don't skimp on things that are for your clients. Now, you might be able to skimp on the back end stuff and do things for yourself. Like you don't have to pay money for a bookkeeping software necessarily at the beginning. You can do things like that for free. And there's all kinds of tricks and tips, and we're going to talk through those in other episodes as well. There's a lot that you can do that is low cost or no cost. Don't skimp on your clients though. So then how much is it going to cost to maintain your business? So you got your startup costs, which are separate. This is what I need to actually open the doors and start providing services. And then you're going to have how much does it cost to maintain that? And that is your everyday costs, your daily costs, weekly costs, monthly costs, quarterly costs, and annual costs. So that's all things that you have to have continually. And there's a lot of different ways you can do that. And this is where you're going to get into budgeting. And that I'm going to do a whole nother podcast that talks about budgeting. And there's also a budgeting class on my website. So you can go there and check that one out too. So there's a lot of stuff that you can do that's low cost, no cost to get started. There's a lot of stuff that you can do that's low cost, no cost to maintain. But again, don't skimp on your clients. You are going to have to spend some money in the beginning and to keep your business going. That is a key thing. You are going to need to spend money. As you get clients, that's where the budgeting comes in. You take in the money from your clients, and then you pull a portion of that out, a percentage of that out, and that's how you pay for your operating costs. So um, though all those questions and more questions that may come up can be answered going through this workbook. The workbook is, there's a link to the workbook. It's a downloadable, again, like I said. You can link to it in the show notes. And my website, you can click out to my website if you're interested in the classes that are out there. I am adding more classes as time goes on. So you'll see more classes pop up if you sign up to watch those classes. So hopefully this helped. So what's inside the workbook is it's step-by-step instructions. It's all broken down for you, section by section. There's introduction, there's a business overview, there's the business concept creation, industry analysis, marketing plan, operations plan, management team, financial plan, and then you're going to put it all together at the end. So hopefully this tool will be helpful for you. I'm excited for what you have in store for the new year. And this would be a great way to kick off your new business in the new year to get your business plan out of the way and taken care of so that you can step out and move forward and be successful. I'll see you in the next episode.
Thanks for listening to this episode of Starting a Business Simplified, Navigating the Shift. If you enjoyed this episode, then hit the subscribe or follow button on your favorite podcasting platform so you never miss an episode. This podcast is for you, so be sure to reach out and let me know what you thought about this episode. If you're not sure how to get started with your business, download a copy of the Starting a Business Simplified guide. Click on the link in the show notes for your copy.